It has been 18 years since I moved to America. I'm 42 now, and I was 24 when I left, and I've learned a great amount since then. I still have a lot to learn, of course, who hasn't? But as I began studying about personal development in the mid-90s, shortly after I moved to America, I got married to somebody from a different culture and ethnicity, which in itself is a beautiful thing. But the person I was married to was just very different from how I was. And so for a very, very long time I was caught up in the paradigm of wanting to change her, needing to change her, because she was different from how I was and how I needed her to be. So when I began studying about personal development, and I listened to authors such as Deepak Chopra and Leo Buscaglia and Dr. Wayne Dyer, Anthony Robbins, eventually it dawned on me that I could not change her. That I only can change myself. But the interesting thing is that at the beginning, all these things I heard, I listened to, really just made sense to me. And I became really inspired by that. Developed the intention that one day I want to do the same thing. I also want to work as a motivational speaker, but I did not really put that awareness into practice. I still kept on complaining about the same thing over and over, which was the reason for why there was a lot of argument, a lot of fighting in my personal life. But then I made recordings, I made voice recordings to basically repeat these ideas. And so after years and years and years, it dawned on me that I cannot change the person I was married to. I'm not supposed to change her. I only can change myself. I only can work on myself. So eventually, a lot of time has passed. I began to do that. I began putting this awareness into practice. I moved from the mere realization towards the actualization. And now that I'm not married anymore, I have been living in San Francisco for more than 5 years. I began making these recordings in June of 2006. I learned a lot during this time about myself and about the purpose of what I'm trying to do here, or what I want to do, which is really to inspire others in the awareness of how to create change from within. That's the purpose. We all can do that. The interesting thing is also that we all look for change. I don't think there's anybody who's watching these videos or not watching these videos. I don't think there's anybody in this world who does not want change. We all want change. It's just we don't know how to go about that. We're looking for outside of us for change. We point fingers at the world around us. We point fingers at our government, at our teachers, at our bosses, at our neighbors, at our parents, at our children, at our friends. Just they would be different, then things would be better. And what I've come to find, and ultimately I hope to inspire in this awareness, is that change begins from within, and we all can change. That's what this world needs is people who are willing to change themselves in positive ways. But life taught me, confronted me with some very, very important lessons where I really had to look at myself. I had to look at a side which I really didn't like. So yeah, what I hope to achieve with these recordings, and I really would like your input, your ideas about how to become more effective, is to really inspire in this awareness. About how to be more creative, how to be more proactive, how to be more positive, and to realize that life is a beautiful thing, the perfection of creation. Just being humbling ourselves, becoming appreciative of that perfection, which we're all part of, can really allow us to move beyond our challenges, and how to be more natural, how to overcome our separation, our alienation, our fear, and come together with the awareness that we are all one. We're here to help each other. We're all students, we're all teachers, because we all teach what we have learned, and we all mirror. Some other things I believe we all can learn, myself included, is to be a more effective communicator, a better listener, a more kind person. I think we need more understanding in this world. comes to mind is what Einstein said, is that peace cannot be kept by force, but only achieved by understanding. And I think it's difficult because as we grew up in this world, in this mechanical world, where everything is about the physical, it's about achievement, consumption and production, we lose sight of that. Because we become attached to a certain personality, a certain views, so we all look for change, we look for things outside of us, we become externally focused. I always felt that there's much more to life, the perfection of life, the perfection of creation. And how we ourselves always create, continuously create. We are co-creators. We've been endowed with the power to create. But since we never learned that, I hopefully can remind you of that. And I am not the first one to say that, of course. There have been many, many others before. But what I try to inspire is, or to remind also here, is that in order to really learn how to get better at whatever it is you want to improve on, you have to practice. Practice, practice, practice. Practice makes master. It's not just about the realizations, the learning about that, the going to a workshop, the reading a book. Of course that can help. That's the beginning we need to realize. But then to put this awareness into practice, that requires repetition. That requires us to not only examine our behaviors, but to change our behaviors, our way of thinking, our paradigms, our habits. And there's something we can learn. We can always learn. At every moment of our life we have the opportunity to learn. Help us to overcome our separation and our alienation as we become alienated from ourselves and from life. As we are so caught up in the physical, in looking for answers outside of us, looking for change outside of us, looking for happiness outside of us, looking for love outside of us. But how to be that way, how to be fully, unconditionally loving, how to be happy, be peaceful, be at peace, how to be free, is something I believe we all can learn. And by this we can become the change this world needs. We are here to lead to a brighter tomorrow, to make this world a better place in a small way, and I really hope this can help to inspire in that awareness. We have every moment of our lives that opportunity to practice, to learn how to be a little bit better, learn how to be a little bit more patient, learn how to be a little bit more understanding. We're not focused so much on what we know, or rather we think we know, not holding on to that, not being attached to that, but opening ourselves to others, opening ourselves to the mysteries of life. And when we do that, we can find all the answers we're looking for. But the truth, wisdom, knowledge, nobody can really give you that. You can find it by looking within yourself, and so I really hope that this can help. This can motivate, this can inspire, provide this food for thought. So I hope you enjoy that. I would love to hear from you in your comments, which you always can post on YouTube. You can always send me an email at realize2actualize@gmail.com. I am just a phone call away. So I thank you again for watching. Keep it real. Thank you.